Okay, welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Vintage, a brief one at that. I'm going to talk about the recent REA spring auction. I was going after two cards, and I managed to get one of them. And here it is, the 1948 Bowman Yogi Berra rookie card. A very strong 6. Nicely centered, without a doubt. I mean, this is a card that has been on my want list, and every time I go looking for one, I'm never satisfied with the centering, or if it is centered, then it's just really kind of beat up looking, or the surface isn't all that great. But this is a very strong 6, and someone pointed out to me on Instagram that there's a, and I didn't notice it, and I don't even care now, but this dot here, I guess, is a print defect maybe, although it's not noted in the qualifier. But if that's what made this card a 6 instead of a 7 or an 8, I'll take it, because it definitely kept it a lot more economical for someone like myself to be able to grab. And my max bid on this one, it was $2,800, and I got it for 2. So I was grateful to get it for a lot less than the max. And of course, you factor in the juice for another 20%. But there's no sales tax, and so it added like another few $100s to the purchase price, but which I don't think was unreasonable for a card with this kind of eye appeal. The other card I was looking at, I was nowhere close. It was a 58 Topps Hank Aaron, gorgeous color centering, PSA 7.5. I also put in the same max bid. I wasn't as optimistic about getting that as I was this one. That card ended up going for nearly double, like something like $5,400, which, you know, I think that's too much. You know, I looked at the prices of 7s and 8s, and I try to extrapolate an in-between price by taking the delta and a percentage of that and then tacking it onto the lower grade. And, you know, I think the card might be more in the 4-ish, I think is reasonable. So somebody must have really wanted that Hank Aaron. But that was the other card I went in on for a little bit, but clearly got blown away at the end. But I'll take the Berra. And then just to add a little more weight to the video, I don't have very many Yogi Berra cards. I've got 2, one vintage and one sort of modern. And I've shown these before. Here's 08 Topps Heritage on-card auto, blue auto, of Yogi Berra. And it's too bad he didn't sign it like more on the white. You see he signed there, but it kind of is hidden or camouflaged by the blue or dark navy sleeve shirt there. But I think for this card, a lot of them look this way. To nitpick a little, it'd be nice if you kind of like move that up a little bit so you can get the whole signature in view, but it's definitely there. It's Yogi Berra from Heritage. And the other Yogi Berra card is a raw copy that, you know, I purchased maybe 15, 20 years ago from a seller who, after the fact, I learned was somewhat of a scam artist. He had his shtick was to buy like graded sets or graded cards and then crack them out, market them as raw cards, and he got me because I was like, oh, this looks so good, I'll probably grade really high. And I think this was like $80, which maybe is fine by today's standards, but this was probably a PSA, I don't know, either it's trimmed or maybe it's a 9 OC or an 8 OC. It's very sharp. But this guy had a habit of doing this, and he was called out for it, and there was sort of internet forensics done on, you know, auctions on eBay, and then the cards in slabs, and the same card having been cracked out. He also did a lot of coloring of cards. Some people actually had good success in submitting cards, but there was a lot of people that did not. So the guy was clearly a scam artist. And yeah, so I got suckered into it. And I bought this Berra Raw thinking, oh, this looks like a, you know, like an 8 or a 9. But then it was also during a time where I didn't pay much attention to centering either. And I've talked about that. And when I was a noob, kind of getting back, not really new, but getting back into the hobby, I was more focused on, say, the numerical grade when I was buying graded cards and didn't pay attention to centering. And no different here. So now I look at this thing and it's like, good God, I would not buy this card. So it will go to PSA at some point. I have it in mind, I always do, to put together a submission of this, that, and the other. And I'd be curious to see what this one ends up being. But it is very clean, bright, sharp, etc. Just I don't have any, I guess, hope of it grading above a 7, and possibly with a qualifier at that for being off-center. Although, are they still doing qualifiers? Maybe I take that back. Maybe they're not doing. I thought they weren't. Maybe they're not doing qualifiers anymore. So, yeah. So there's the 61 Barra, but obviously the big deal here is this Barra rookie. You can scratch this one off the list. On to the next thing, whatever that's going to be. Maybe if I go to the National, I'll have sort of an idea of cards that I'd like to try to pick up. But time will tell. Anyway. That'll conclude this particular episode of Friday Night Vintage. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you later.